أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد وعجل فرجهم. Today is 50th of June 2026 and it's Monday and we're going to do the weekly review. Okay, I know it's late but it's never too late. Let's get into the week. Okay, so this week I took only 2 trades, you can see, and I did not the review of the second trade which resulted in loss, and I just forgot to do that. And yeah, I just couldn't do that. I'm not saying I just forgot to do that. There was something else too, and yeah. So 2 trades I'm going to do. I'll give a little review of the second trade, what happened and why resulted in loss. Was it my mistake or was it was just the market? And yeah, there's no 100% win rate strategy. Okay, let's do the review of the second trade which I did. It was a 4 PPI day and it was a trade taken on Thursday. The news was this 4 PPI, as you can see, and 845 news. The mistake made was this: without one breaker, a propulsion block, greedy, a FOMO, fear of being left behind, and force trade. Why it was? Let's get into the day. Okay. So this is the, I should have also should have put the weekly chart as well and the monthly. There are other thing as well on the higher time frame period is. Yeah, so this is the daily chart. I highlighted. This is the black lines and the weekly week. I think it's a weekly week, and this is a daily low. I highlighted. Okay, we were expanding to the downside, so higher time frame we are bearish. We are expanding to the downside. On the other hand, I highlighted this IRPG. Okay, and I have a very tiny short peak of the previous day, and this IRPG as well. Okay. So what happened in the result is we reversed. We expected to touch the, wait a minute. There are some more PPI rays after the chart. Like this is a weekly PPI ray. I forgot to highlight it in the first hand, and I don't know how it looks because I don't have the screenshot of the weekly chart. So anyways, we respected the weekly week and most importantly this monthly low button and went cross up into that C of this monthly. And then we respected and it's, so on a higher time frame it was a retracement. 4-hour chart before and after there was SMT, then we reversed upside. This is the 1-hour chart. It's a before chart, and what happened is we can see there were smooth highs on the 1 hour too. We went higher, did not take this high, went lower, but at the same time silver did take this high, reversed, so retraced and went into this. This is the week 15-year chart of the before, and this is an opportunity but did not take. Okay, and this was the main trade. By seeing only by the higher time frame bias, it was against higher time frame bias. Oh, sorry, higher time frame, yes, higher time frame bias. Let's see what was the reason behind this trade. I have the 5-minute chart. So this 5-minute chart went higher, did take the recent high but did not make a higher high, then reversed. Did take the recent liquidity and then went to a downside. Respected this upper quarter of the daily. 5-minute IFG break to a downside, and there was this. So okay, it's looking very, good to me right now, but one mistake which I made, which was very important to the entry, was when if there was a 5-minute break, I at least want to see a 1-minute break to downside. Okay, what I mean by this is raise to upside and then break to downside. It's a normal, usual, and it's my model thing that 1-minute break, it should be at least 1-minute break, especially after a long break to downside. Okay, but I did not verify that because of being in FOMO, being impatient, and become a bit greedy, and that I may it's going so quickly, and I might not get the entry. And if we are at the weekly week, and get a central downside. So you can see I entered here. There was no break in market structure, went down, and then went to upside. So if I did have followed my rules, I'd rather have take this trade. Okay, because the confirmation was yet to be confirmed. Okay, and what happened was we went to the upside, and by seeing at the end, the higher time frame was a sign that we respected this weekly week and this recent one as well. And this is the daily IABG, which should be to upside. So it was looking like we came to the upside, and there was 1 hour smooth highs that I showed already. So we were at least going to take the recent 1 hour high. So this was a trade. Again, I looked at it, it was in my mind, but I did not take this trade. Why? Uh, uh, I just didn't want to take a trade because I was not in the state. I uh, was not that easy or in a state to take a trade and be fine with that. Okay, I did the right thing. Okay, it was way better than over trading or give me side stress because it could have resulted in loss and that would have made me a bit more because it was not because of that loss. I was not feeling not to take trade. It was not because of that loss because but because of something else besides trading. Okay, this week and previous week as well from some few time some time from a क्या मैं बोल रहा हूँ whatever like uh, it's been very hard for me some from I don't know what I'm saying, but it's been hard for me, especially these 2 weeks. I was a bit stressed because of something else going on in my life, and seeing that what I can do to change that. And yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. I want to talk about it, but I cannot right now because there's one friend of mine. He's the only friend who knows that I'm making some YouTube videos, and he also know that I this channel. He also know that this channel, so I don't want him to listen. This not because I don't. I just I'm not ready to tell anyone, especially if I'm going to tell anyone. I know he would be the person I'm going to tell. But I'm not ready for that. So that's why I'm not going to talk about it right now. But inshallah ta'ala, things will be alright, and yeah, things will be better. So this was the week. This resulted in, let's talk about the weekly review. Sorry, weekly review. So I did take only 2 trades, which was a nice thing. I controlled myself, although I was very stressed and kind of depressed. Was not able to focus how much I should have, but still I was able to control myself very well and give a 4-7 trade and did a slight mistake, one mistake, but that could have been worse if I had let the emotion control myself. If I did had, things could be even worse. I don't know. I noticed that when I'm talking about this kind of thing, of like this, what I'm going through, my English starts to start being worse than how I'm speaking right now. I think it's just because I'm not totally in the present moment at that time, and I start thinking of all the things which are going on and like should I talk about it, and all. I start doing overthinking in simple words. So, but I'm proud of myself that I in trading wise I did very well and was able to control my emotion most of the time. This week resulted in a positive week. Okay, 2.4 hour. So it's a lot, and yeah, although it was 2 trades and one was loss and one was a win, but the win was more than the loss. That's the main thing. And let's talk about did I follow my risk management rules? Okay. I did 100% of my risk management rule. On a scale of a 10, how was my emotional control this week? 7. And I'm talking about the emotion control in trading. Okay, so in trading I've controlled very well, but I'm not going to score that 9 or 8 or even of course not 10, because I didn't let the emotion come into the second trade day where I resulted in loss. So but still I controlled it very well. 7, I controlled my emotion in trading pretty much well, but I was not there mentally. There were a lot of things going on this week besides trading. Okay, as I already talked about. Okay, what triggered my biggest emotional reaction this week? Okay, a bit of overconfidence. By seeing it, I reviewed my week and reviewed my hello. Okay, I'm back. Where was I? Okay, what triggered my biggest emotional reaction this week? A bit of overconfidence and FOMO showed in the lost trade because I entered early and without any confirmation. It was because of I was feeling overconfident and bias on beside trading. And by looking at it again, the bias was also not clear. Okay, on higher time frame, it was on lower. Okay, on higher time frame we were expanding to the downside, but still there was no confirmed direction, and they were on the low time frame. Price respected. They were smooth highs, okay, which could be taken, and price respected the weekly week, then reverse, and then respected the daily week, and then again the main IFVG daily to upside. Side trading, there were a lot of emotional stress and anxious and kind of personal, but I'm thankful and glad that I did not let it ruin my trading. I controlled myself well. Alhamdulillah. Bad trade. What do my winning trades have in common this week? There was only one day win, and there were two trades, but it was on the same idea. It was aligned on with higher time frame and very ideal model. The liquidity was clearly taken. There was no on the side recent or clear liquidity was taken and then reversed, and there was a clear direction. A very ideal model type of scenario. What do my losing trade have in front? I broke my rule, showed impatience. It was nothing in like a technical side. It was all my mistake, my fault, which resulted in loss. What could lead one specific behavior from this, my trading this, and what would it be? Breaking my rules. If I had followed my rules totally, then this week would not have any losses. Lost trade. Okay. Adjustment for the next week. Next week plan. Main priority: follow my model, follow my rule and my plan. No emotion, only executions. Don't hesitate to take a trade. If it's making sense, take the trade. Okay, I noticed that I'm kind of hesitating to take a trade, or even I know it's a chance. It's a valid trade, but still not taking trade because of it's being a late trade, or just like kind of hesitating. This thing, don't hesitate. And last thing, 5-minute meditation before. Okay. So this was the trading week, a small trading week, but way better than the previous week. Finally, I broke the losing week streak. Previous 3 weeks, trade was resulting in losses. You can see my 30 price action week, 1 hour loss. Then last week of the month, 1.3 hour loss. Then first week of the month, 2 hour loss. And finally, the second week is 2.4 hour. And if I didn't have followed my rule, that would have been 3.4 hour. But it's okay, it's all right. The main thing I learned with that, how important to follow my rules. Okay. So I think that's it. Is there anything? Yeah, we got to talk about the things beside trading. And one thing more is I switched from CK Capital to funding Pips account, because the CK Capital have a consistency rule in it, 40% in the evaluation. So, and just the funding Pips account is way more simple. So that's why I'm going to trade that. One account that will be the funding Pips, and the second will be the old 25k GFT account, the 3 steps. This one, okay, where I am right now in drawdown. Only 700 left. Next drawdown. Yeah, inshallah ta'ala. If I follow my rules, I know I can easily reverse my this and can pass it. Inshallah. I don't know, my internet's not there. So this week, this week I took one. This was a winning trade, and here I blundered. I took a very low probable beside on another session, took a trade. It was just a non-serious trade. So not, I'm looking at the charts, and I set the stop loss to break even, but I don't know why it didn't get set on the break even. So anyways, funding Pips around this, and I took the first trade on Thursday, and it resulted in loss, and it's fine. So let's get into the week beside trading. I think that's all. And yes, let's get it. So backtest, I did 5 days, but 4 days. Review 3 days. I want to talk about something else too. This week I was not totally on my best mentally. I was really stressed. I was depressed beside trading because of something, and I'm not going to tell about the exact thing, but it's related to my career and all my family. I want to do something. I cannot stay where I am right now just to trading. I have to be stable financially. I have to export at least myself. So yeah, that's why I was doing something, and I was really stressed. Still, things are going on. I'm not totally fine, but inshallah I'll be better than before, and I will do something. I know I will make it. I'm not going to give up. Even I have to go somewhere by myself. Even I have to start from scratch. Even I have to do some local jobs. I will. I will have to make this thing, this trading, because it's the only thing which right now have the potential to change things for me, and I have to support it with some side income. And beside trading, beside this thing, I have to go somewhere to be mentally relief and get some social interaction, some to interact with people, to just go into the real world, to see how things work out. And because I'm seeing that I'm staying at home right now, and by staying at home, uh, I'm losing my confidence, and most of all, it's affecting my growth. I can do way better than I'm doing right now, and I will, inshallah ta'ala, inshallah ta'ala, inshallah ta'ala. I will go somewhere. I will make this thing. I will do something. So yeah, that's why I was really, really stressed. This week was one of the worst. So why I told this talk about enforcing the result of that week, because it's not that good. I was not totally fired, and that's why it was not good. So back test first time, like, I don't know, it's been a long time since I missed our back testing session. So I did 4 times, and I'm proud of that. In situations like that, yes, I did my best, but I didn't stop taking steps. I did even some small steps, but I did something. I'm not ashamed. I'm not disappointed. I'm proud of myself. Yeah, I'm not just sitting around. Okay, so backtest 5. I did review the backtest week. I did review the live trade week. This will including this video. This will be 3 videos. There was no trade. That's why it was no trade review. Only 2 trades where I only reviewed 2. Okay, so still including this weekly review video, it will be 2 videos. So I'm changing it is because I'm not going to force any trade to make a trade review. I can do backtesting session, but yeah, when I trade, I will review the trade. I will make the trade review. So meditation, I did only 1 day. Journal, I did 1. Majlis, I guess I listened to Majlis. Didn't read 5 pages over these. Ziyara 3 times out of 5. 48 laws of power, I read 11 pages. Yes, I read. First to be disliked 12 pages, way more than 12 pages. I did 3 out of 5 times. Yeah. And then the next week was, so you can see 48 laws of power, I read 2 more pages. And page to be disliked, I almost read 30 pages. I read 30 pages. Wow. I think I read 30 pages. Let's talk about the next week goals. Backtesting session. As usual, 5 at please review backtest week. Live trade, we have no trade review videos. We are meditation 5, Arabic 5, journal 4, Majlis, it will be 5 because Muharram is coming. Okay, Muharram al-Haram, and I think if not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, it will be the first Muharram. So I will start to listen to Majlis every single day, inshallah ta'ala, at least right now for 5 days. But inshallah ta'ala, I will listen to Majlis every day. Here are these 5 pages, 48 laws of power, 13 pages, and courage to be disliked, 16 pages. Okay, it's not 16, yeah, 16 pages. And ziyarat, 1 2 3 4 5 6, yeah, 7, at least 7. Yeah, I will read ziyarat every day, inshallah. So yeah, this is the next video, guys, and inshallah next week will be better than this week. And I don't have any audience. If I had, I would say that pray for me. I'm trying to do something, and inshallah ta'ala, I hope it work out, and yeah, that things will be way better. Things, yeah. Okay, so I think that's it. In the next video, in the next week, inshallah ta'ala, in the next week, Allah Hafiz.